This is really a different kind of video. I don't know how this is going to end, but hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Bhagya, and if you're new here, I'm a medical student who is like on a break waiting for my counseling to be done. And meanwhile, I have watched a lot of videos and a lot of series and shows in both Netflix and Prime, and I thought, why not like share those with you. I know everyone now has Netflix or Prime, and there are a lot of really good series out there, but I thought a few of them were really underrated and maybe you definitely have to like know. And so I thought, let's make the series I have watched or the series you would like to watch and my kind of recommendations. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have like a bunch of series because I have been watching them a lot, and a lot of them have like 4 to 5 seasons. Some have 2, some have more than 5. So and I have divided all of them into 5 categories because I like specific categories to watch. I'm not a person who likes to watch a lot of romances, so my kind of recommendations are quite a bit different. So I'm gonna like talk based on those tropes. So the first trope is the supernatural. Obviously, I just love watching vampires and wolves and anything supernatural, and I cannot start this video without talking about originals and legacies. I know they are pretty common, but I think they are less common than the Vampire Diaries. Like everyone knows Twilight and Vampire Diaries a lot, but not originals mostly. But I would say that once you watch originals, you wouldn't like think about Vampire Diaries anymore because it's super good, and I love the characters of Elijah and Klaus there. And the continuation of originals is Legacies, and that too I think Legacies is a bit more dragging kind of thing, but originals is, oh my god, it's super good, and I would definitely recommend you to actually watch it if you haven't. The originals is something like they are the first vampires on earth, and that continues with the Vampire Diaries too. So you would definitely watch it because I think if you have watched Vampire Diaries, you would know Klaus, but originals has a complete story of Klaus and Eliza, so do watch it. The other supernatural one which I loved, I have watched this recently, I haven't watched it earlier. I think I was like, so how I watch the series is if they are super duper talked about, I just try to avoid it mostly but then at the end, because of FOMO, I try to watch it. So like the Squid Game, which is like on the top of the show, and I would say yes, Squid Game is worth the hype. You have to watch it, it's like super cool, and I think most of the games I have played myself in my childhood too, so it's really good. Do watch that. But the other supernatural series which I watched recently is Lock and Key, and this is about the magical house where the Lock family goes, and they have these some magical keys which are hidden, which has some powers. And the 3 children of the Lock family, they are like, the one is like really small, 10 years old, and the other 2 are teenagers, and they find these locks, these keys, and find out what is happening. It's currently a 2 seasons. I think the other one will be coming because they have ended it in the middle. They still have something, I don't know if they might add it there soon, but I don't know when it's going to come out. But the 2 seasons are really good, so you might actually like it. The second one is the humor genre, the sitcom kind of thing, and the first thing which comes to mind when I think of humor is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like that is the super duper and my favorite series. I haven't completed it yet because I was like so scared that I don't want to end it, so I'm just taking it slow, watching one episode or one thing at a time. I just want it to hang on it. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine is really good. I just love Jake Peralta and the things he does. So you have to really watch it if you like the sitcoms. And the second one is Two Broke Girls. I watched it almost 3 years back, I guess, and that was just a random search, and I just randomly watched it, and yeah, it is really engaging. You would really want to watch it. It's about two girls. One is not bartender, she is a waiter at a small store, small restaurant or cafe kind of thing. The other one is the rich girl who actually loses money and comes to Brooklyn and tries to get a waitress job there, and how they go through what is their journey. How the rich one is, she is a business student, and she likes to start a business and get back her money. And the other one who is also kind of interested into it, and they start their own businesses and they grow through the business. And it's such a journey, and it's really funny that you just want to watch it and laugh it out loud. So the second Two Broke Girls is really fun too, and that is, I think, 3 or 4 seasons, I guess. And I didn't want to end it too, but I was shocked when it ended. So that's another season. And the other one is Schitt's Creek. I don't know if it is underrated or if you already know it, but if you didn't know it, then you're missing out a lot of things there. Schitt's Creek is a really great sitcom, and you would love it. You would love all the characters in it. And it's basically about a very rich family who loses money and gets back to a small town in America, and called the Schitt's Creek, and how they go through all those 5 or 6 years, or how many years they were going there. And this is also like 4 or 5 seasons, I guess, and I have completed it recently. It has ended. I was like, no, I don't want it to end. I want it to continue because it's so good. You just don't want to like miss them out. If you didn't watch, then you're definitely missing out on a lot of great stuff. Every single character in there is super good. I love all of them, and the growth of those characters is what makes you stick on to them and love them even more. So that's about humor. So the third category or trope is a high school drama, and I have watched a lot of them, but 3 of them are my favorite of these. The first one is Riverdale. Obviously, I don't know if you haven't heard it, but I think you have most definitely heard it. And this is about a story about teenagers in the city, in the town of Riverdale, and what things they go through. And it's mostly like a mystery kind of thing. Every season has some kind of mystery they solve, like all the teenagers in the high school, they get together and solve a mystery, and it's really good to watch, and it's engaging. The first 4 seasons, I think it was 4 seasons, the first 3 seasons were really great, and then I think it went down. I was not into much, but in the recent season, where those teenagers after 7 years they grow into adults, and then they come back to their city, and they want to like remove all that is bad is happening and get back their town back. But I think the first 3 seasons are really great to watch, and you can actually watch the 3 seasons and end it. It's just one mystery solving in every season, so it's really good and engaging. If you are like a murder mystery kind of a person, you would really love watching it. The next one is Gossip Girl. As usual, this is like 7 or 8 seasons, I guess, and it's about the teenage drama, the high school teenage drama. It just goes on and on. It's about the high elite people in the New York, and the Gossip Girl is some website who gathers information of these elite students, of these elite people, and spreads the rumors to every one of them there. They may be true, they may be false, and you get to see 5 characters in this, 2 from the Brooklyn and 3 or 4 from the high elite groups. From the elite group. So this is quite an engaging one, and again, I was like really loving it in the initial days, initial seasons, where again the growth is good, the character growth is good, and I just really hated Selena for a lot of times. And but it's just a really, I mean, if you want just to pass time and have something to like put you engaging on the TV or in your phone, then I would say Gossip Girl would be a really good idea. And the other one is Sex Education, and I have watched this recently. I think if it's quite different from all the romance or all the seasons I have watched up till now. It is more advanced, but it talks about a lot of things which are really necessary to be talked about in the teenage in within the teenagers. And I think I don't think we in our country talk about this much. I don't think any schools have sex education in their curriculum, and this series actually talks about it and shows you that it's important that teenagers have to be knowing it, and they have to be educated upon it, and it's really important. And it's not something bad that you don't have to do it. It just brings about everything that is happening, and also about a few of the characters and how they go through and what they go through. It also has this LGBTQ community in there, and they actually normalize everything that is actually needed to be normalized. And I would highly recommend, if you are a teenager, you just have to watch it. You definitely have to watch it. Okay, I don't know how this video is going to be like this is something different where I'm just sitting down and talking about it, about all the videos, and I don't know if I'm actually talking good about it or bad about it. It's just how I felt about it. And also I don't know if the information is good enough, or I have to like talk more depth into the story, into the series, into it about, but I think it just goes well. So the next trope is the doctor's trope. Like, I love watching the series or any of this TV shows which are basically made on the doctors. Of course, we have the famous House MD, the Grey's Anatomy, the Chicago Med, the Good Doctor. Apart from those, we have two more. These are the Korean series. I'm not a really, I mean, I wantingly didn't want to enter into the Korean drama family because I know how addicting they are, so I didn't want to enter there. But the two Korean dramas, the three Korean dramas I have watched are really great. We already have the Good Doctor in English. They have the Good Doctor in Korean too. If you haven't watched, you can watch it. It's like similar, the pediatric surgeon and all the things. I think most of the episodes are similar in the Korean drama too. The other one is The Doctors, where you see a teenage girl who goes through high school, and then she finds a teacher there who is actually a neurosurgeon, but he teaches there because of some reasons in his past. And then she grows up to become a neurosurgeon too, because she is more attracted to him. She is more he is more like a mentor and everything related to that. But the series is seriously good. You just love watching it. I think for some part of time I was like so much into becoming a neurosurgeon watching that show. It has such impact on you. The second one is Hospital Playlist. This is a recent season, and it's about a group of five doctors. They are best friends from the college, and five of them are in five different groups. Like, one is a pediatric surgeon, one is a general surgeon, one is a cardiothoracic, one is a neurosurgeon, and one is a gyne and obstetric. And this is a really good season. I think when you are starting up the season, it would start with a rough patch. Like, you don't get a complete description of all the characters singly, like you usually do in most of the series or most of the books, like where they introduce you to the characters. But this series actually starts with the random situations where you have to find out whether they are doctors or not, what is happening. Like, first few episodes you will be totally confused about what is happening, but eventually you will just love them. And this series actually normalizes a lot of things, that yeah, doctor's life is really busy, but also they have a personal life, and they can actually take time for themselves, for the families. And like, they have this specific thing where they are really busy in their work, but they always take time to come together and play some music and all those stuff. So you would definitely love it. And I think they had 2 seasons, and I'm waiting. I don't know if the 3rd season is going to come up or if they are just ending it with 2 seasons, but this is really good TV show. You definitely have to watch. And the third Korean drama is Romantic Doctor. I think most of you have already watched it. It's an old TV series, and it's about a cardiothoracic surgeon, as much as I remember. And it is about a boy who actually loses his father at a hospital because of I think it's aortic aneurysm, I guess, because of that, or coarctation of aorta. I don't know. But embolism or something which is an emergency, but the hospital people don't take care of it, and then he becomes aggressive and he fights there. But then after a few years he becomes a doctor himself, he becomes a cardiothoracic surgeon, but he is still angry on the person who didn't took charge of who didn't take care of his father, who didn't come and see him. So this goes on through the eyes, through the character of this particular boy, and it's about a cardiothoracic surgeon. Again, all of them are cardiothoracic surgeons, and they take care of the situations relating to the cardiac care. So you would also love it. It is really engaging. So as a doctor I think most of me having an urge to become a surgeon is because of these series. Like, they just make it look so beautiful, your life looks so beautiful in these series. So those are 3 Korean dramas about doctors you definitely have to watch if you haven't watched. So the fifth category is the anime. I haven't watched much earlier. I have watched them in the last 1 year itself, and those two it was really tough to find out animes which would be to my liking. Like, we have Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, but they were like, I never thought that they would be something I would love it. But I have found 3 of them. I just awesome. I love them so much that I don't want to be part, and I was waiting for the other season of this TV series. So the first is Kuruko's Basketball. This is about a basketball team in the high school, and so usually the Kuruko's Basketball and Haiku. Kuruko's Basketball is about obviously basketball, where this starts with a high school team, which is the first time they are participating, and how they go through a lot of things. They form a team from those who are not experienced, like they are the beginners of the team, and then they practice and go through a lot of matches, and they grow through that, and they finally win a match. So it's really engaging. Like, you really want them to win. It's like watching a real match out there, and it's basketball, so it's really good. You just have to watch it. It's so good, you have to watch it. The other one is Haiku is about, again, the same story. The story is the same. Like, there will be an introduction of a team which is a beginner's team which do not have any of the experience, and then they work out and they go through a lot of matches, they go through a lot of things, they lose, they win, and then they finally get to win the cup. So it's the journey itself is so good that you get encourage yourself. You get to think that, yeah, working hard actually pays off. You get to get that positive thing in your brain. So Haiku is about the same, but it is about a volleyball. I think during my preparation, Haiku was the thing which actually for some part of time actually helped me think that, yeah, working hard work actually works and it will be good. I think it was my kind of positive enforcement and positive encouragement I got through watching shows. So Haiku and Kuruko's Basketball are 2 which you would definitely want to watch, and it actually makes you feel good when they actually win the cup. So those 2 are, and the other one is Food Wars. At one part of time, I think I was so much into food and everything. I just wanted to into the cooking shows and all, and I thought of trying out one of those through the anime, and Food Wars is that thing. Of course, it is some kind of an adult one. I don't know if you would like it or not, but it's about a cooking school, and there's a boy comes from a small town, and then he goes to that cooking school, and then he is obviously he is the top of them, but there's another girl who is also the top one, and the clashes between them, the food challenges they go through, it's so good to watch that you wouldn't want to miss. So that's Food Wars for you. So other than that, there are 2 other shows which I would want you to watch. One is Lucifer, and I think everyone knows Lucifer. It's so famous. I don't think I might be liking it. The season 6, but season 1 to 5 are to the point. You would love it. It's about a detective and a supernatural Lucifer who is supposed to be the god of hell, and these two team up and solve cases in Los Angeles. I think it's Los Angeles. I don't know if I remember it well. So it's about solving mysteries again. So that's a mystery kind of thing. And the other is Killing Eve, and I think this was underrated for me, or maybe I didn't know earlier, but I have heard it recently. I think I watched it 4 months back, I guess, and it's a really good series. It's about assassin and the the killer and the prey. It's like killer and prey, and they both fall in love. And this is also one of the really good series, and you just have to watch it. You definitely have to watch it. So that's it for today, guys. I know this is a really weird video, but do like, share and subscribe and support me, and do let me know in the comment section below if you like this, and if you like to have some more fun recommendations about any playlist or something you want to know. I would definitely try to make it, and see you again next week. Bye bye.